Hey everybody, Merry Christmas here.
Happy holidays for whatever you celebrate as well.
I'm Xander Levy, this is Jared Thomas.
Hello.
And we are here to talk about a fun, bad movie today. Now, you haven't seen this before, right?
I'm going this into, just completely blind. I have not heard anything about this movie.
So, Kirk Cameron, you might not know who he is. He's a 90s child actor. He loves to talk about Christianity. And if you look at the poster for this, you might think, well, this is a Hollywood blockbuster right here. It looks less like a wholesome Christmas movie and more like a sequel to The Last Action Hero.
God, I cannot see it now.
The actual movie, though, is more of a home movie that Kirk Cameron made with his friends one year. The poster costs more than this film. He comes in telling the Christians, everything here is about Christmas, from the trees to the gifts to Black Friday sales. Jesus wants you to spend your money.
Black Friday happens before Thanksgiving. Yes, I'm bringing up that holiday. It exists. I'm glad Kirk Cameron is going to teach us the holiday spirit.
He's basically Jesus' homeboy.
Jesus' home.
His main man. He's got Jesus on speed dial.
I didn't know Jesus had a phone.
The movie also holds a record for 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
How do you gain 0%? That means nobody likes it.
You may be asking, though, well, is the movie really as bad as all the hater atheists would like to say it is?
Oh, those damn atheists.
Those hater atheist critics would like to say? Well, I would say no, the movie is not as bad as the critics are making it out to be, actually. It's not 0%. It's fucking worse than that.
Oh, we're going into the negatives, everybody! My favorite number!
With all that context I just gave you out of the way, nothing can prepare you for how crazy this movie is.
I'm ready for this roller coaster.
Welcome, everyone. I am so glad you're here.
That makes one of us, man. That makes one of us.
I love everything about Christmas time. I love the cookies. I love the fire.
I don't want to hate on this movie at first, because maybe he has some good intentions when he's making this. He's being really positive, as you can tell, right?
I mean, it's Christmas. If you're not positive on Christmas, well, there's a movie called The Grinch, you know.
He ain't hurting nobody. He's not being a Grinch so far. He's not judging people.
And I love hot chocolate.
It gets a little weird when he starts to drink hot chocolate.
I love water.
I'm sorry, what did you think it was when you picked it up? It's supposed to be whiskey.
What are they going to do next? Tell us.
That cup is empty.
Use that.
He's legit just holding it up yep, I love my hot cup of cocoa.
No freaking marshmallows, no foam, no weight to the cup, no steam.
Oh yeah, there's no steam at all.
But have you noticed, there's some people who would love to put a big wet blanket on all of this. The images, the characters, the traditions, it's all wrong. It has nothing to do with Christmas. What are they going to do next? Tell us hot chocolate's bad for us? The Druids invented it?
Excuse me?
It's funny because he brings up this big speech about how, wow, Christmas is so great. Isn't it great how people are so nice, except for the monsters who want to take my cocoa away from me? Nobody's going to take your hot cocoa away.
Because there's nothing in it.
And now we're hanging out with this murderer-looking guy in this dirty-ass shack. It's like an A24 movie now.
Yeah, it really is. Is that the Grim Reaper? I love this terrifying Santa Claus story. Please.
We're back in Kirk Cameron and his sister's house.
And that's my sister. She's throwing the party. No one loves a Christmas party more than her.
She looks like she's forced out of her will to be here.
I love how the cameraman's filming this like they're in a slasher movie.
It really does look like a slasher. It looks almost like a found footage movie, too.
You see the way she's looking at him, too?
You got Santa Claus. Where'd you find him? What do you have to pay a guy like that?
It's Uncle Bill.
I didn't see it.
Hey, does Uncle Bill work? Does he have a job?
No, that's why we hired him.
No.
You know he's a drunk, right?
We found him homeless out in the back.
He's registered. He can't be around kids.
He looks drunk.
Imagine
And it's not on holiday spirit, ladies and gentlemen.
Imagine he's got a kid on the right. What do you want for Christmas? A PS5? I'll tell you what I want for Christmas. A goddamn job! So you may be asking, who are we saving Christmas from?
And that's Christian, my brother-in-law.
A Christian named Christian. Saddle!
Until you see what's going on inside his head. Some see youthful joy, others see phony smiles and spoiled bratty kids.
This man was about to cause a massacre.
He hates Christmas so much that he's having a psychotic break. He's clearly mentally ill.
Oh, extremely. This man needs to be in the ward right now.
He's got some Apocalypse Now PTSD going on. Like Christmas is Vietnam.
Where some see festive decorations, others see perverted symbols with hidden meanings.
Perverted simple meaning? Excuse me?
A candy cane, a nutcracker.
My man Christian, how you doing?
The biggest stereotype of the party comes over.
Saved and sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, and that with a burning fire.
And?
Made evident by speaking in tongues, of course.
You can't run up on people like that when they're thinking about manslaughter.
You really cannot. Did the white person write these black man's lines?
Yes, he did.
Okay, cool. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, because I'm on floor 4, and I like it that way. We're gonna keep it that way. We're gonna march if we have to. Straight power. Me and you. My people have been through enough.
Straight power? What? He's thinking about all the different ways he wants to kill him.
Oh, a million different ways. He is just gotten to 1,000 right now.
And when we see someone struggling around Christmas, we should reach out.
Hey, Christian!
He said don't come to the holiday party tomorrow.
He needs Jesus because this man's about to be on the news.
You okay?
It just gets noisy.
I love how Kirk is like, this genuinely seems to scare him out a little bit. Like, shit, okay.
I mean, that's a real reaction. This guy's just sitting there. He's just like, I want to kill everyone.
And Kirk's like, I have got to chill him out. This house is full of kids.
He's just psyching himself up like, gotta talk to this fucking psycho.
It's like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna open those presents. The nieces and nephews get all excited. Oh, they're gonna tear through. Right? And it's like 3 weeks from now, no one's gonna be playing with it. And that money spent, how many kids could we have fed?
You know?
How many wells could we have dug?
I'm saying, Kirk, he has his work cut out for him here. Christian might be losing his mind, but he's actually speaking some truth.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I agree.
I look at what Christmas is. This cannot be what God wants.
Do you think God gives a crap? I was gonna say, I like to think that God is just, you know, one of us playing Sims.
I hear you. But this is all wrong. You're all wrong.
It goes south real quick.
Oh, excuse me? You're gonna die first.
If you're going through something, you do not need Kirk Cameron.
No, you do not.
Fuck your feelings.
You know all those emotional feelings you have? You're wrong.
Guess what? Everything you see inside there, it's all about Christmas. It's all about Jesus. And you're spoiling the whole thing. Not just for your wife.
Oh!
But for everybody inside your house.
Asshole.
Wow!
Fuck your feelings.
Explain to me how that Christmas party honors and glorifies Jesus.
Let's start with your snow globe.
I see it.
This is where the hell with Christian, this movie loses its damn mind. One thing I will say, Kirk Cameron, he's flexible. Limber boy. Because he's stretching hard to make this work. The connections between commercialism and Christmas.
Yeah, that was good.
I love how it really does sound like he's going somewhere with this at first. Like, let's start with the snow globe. Let's confront that phony lie about European Jesus. Where, you know, everything's safe and white and wholesome, when that wasn't like that in real life. It didn't go down like that.
You need to think of Herod's soldiers moving through the streets, finding babies and murdering them.
This took a dark turn.
I forgot about the child murder.
Weeping for their children.
He just got the victory royale.
It's almost like at this point in the explanation, Kirk was like, shit, where was I going with this?
Man just started rambling.
I can't stop now.
I'm already up here, you know, like everyone's just like, hold on, let him cook.
It's like that people in movies are like, so what's your name? Table. Table Levy. Yeah. He's just looking for two things to string together.
We'll get a better idea of why he was born in the first place. Swaddling cloth.
Kirk looks at the snow globe and says, blanket. Yeah, blanket.
But the Bible brings these cloths back into the story one more time. At his tomb, when they rolled that stone away.
Are you saying he died in his baby blanket?
What?
See, look at the snow globe. What do you see there? Jesus. What's he wearing? Cloth. What did Jesus die in? Cloth. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
It just keeps going, man.
I just want to know what Christian is thinking. Look at this guy's just like...
We cut to Christian just loading the gun.
A baby who came to die, but not until the appointed time. Yes, that's the reason for the season, right there.
And that's the reason for the season right there.
We're celebrating a blanket, everybody.
I don't... Kirk.
The snow globe is innocent. No, if you're not going to appreciate the snow globe, I will.
Christian comes out of the car covered in blood.
The blood's dripping off of his fingers and the snow globe. He's just like, happy holidays.
He wouldn't shut up. He wouldn't shut up.
He kept talking about a damn snow globe.
He killed himself.
When God created the world, he filled it with trees. He hung fruit on the trees. And guess what he placed on the branches of the tree in his house? Lights.
Now this is where Kirk needs to stop. He needs to shut the fuck up. He needs to walk away. Because it actually sounds good. The idea that, okay, God brought trees and trees with lights into his house. I didn't know that. Okay, sure. I can believe that. All right.
I'd love to see Jesus try to hang a candlelight from a tree without burning it.
Like, if you don't explain any more details than that, sure, I can get behind that. That's not Kirk's style. He just has to keep going.
By the way, last I checked, it was God who made the winter solstice when he set the planets on their path around the sun.
This man's a great bullshitter.
When he starts trying to connect Adam to the Christmas tree, I'm like, Kirk, you're losing me again.
What did Jesus do? He was the last Adam. Jesus was able to do what Adam could not do. He put himself up on a tree, making us right with God.
Why does Adam look like that? It's a mixture of Vin Diesel and Pitbull.
Wait until you see how he ties this all together.
Or this has to connect each other?
He ain't content enough for them to be separate things. He has to take the tree, the cloth, and Adam. It all goes back to Jesus' dying, no matter where it starts.
So when you see empty Christmas trees, see an empty cross. And when you see the empty cross, see the empty cloths lying in an empty tomb.
Kirk is determined. He's like Jesus Terminator. Relentless. You think you're gonna out-logic him, but he's just gonna wear you down.
That's the kind of crazy person you don't want to have an argument with.
Do what the disciples did. Turn and run to tell the story that Jesus is alive.
It just sounds exhausting. Kirk Cameron just told her the meaning of Christmas and she's just running away. Like, I'm tired of this. I thought Santa was gonna be here.
I'm gonna go play with my dolls.
Hey, whatever keeps your boy Christian calm.
That's pretty cool.
Boy, he got into his head. Now what you don't see is Kirk's passing him a doobie.
I know, right? Dude, it's all true.
It's all true, man. It all connects. Jesus, man. Trees. Smoke these trees, man. Maybe I won't become a serial killer.
The Christmas serial killer. Someone should just take the beginning part of this movie and then use that for the beginning part of their Christmas horror movie. Mm-hmm. You will make millions. I want credit on it, by the way.
So let me see, they wrapped the tree in cloth, and then they wrapped the cloth around Jesus when he died. Is that how it happened? No, that's not happened. Let me start over.
All right, everyone, let's do this one last time. My name is Jesus.
or Kirk would be like, yeah, that's what I said. That's what I meant, yeah. Just give me the gun. Blam! Oh, sweet Jesus! That's okay, I got a swaddling cloth.
You'll be reborn.
Call 911! That cloth ain't gonna do a thing!
Don't worry, resurrection.
Wow, you're just like Jesus, you're bleeding!
Don't worry, the Holy Spirit will save you.
Christian runs back into the house. Good news, everybody! Kirk's with Jesus! What have you done, Christian? What have you done, Christian?
He's just bleeding in the car. Trying to crawl out after opening the door. He's like, crawls to the front door. Someone call an ambulance.
He has been delivered.
He needs to be delivered to the hospital.
In fact, all of us can go see Jesus.
As a shot. Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Oh, God. Anyway, back to the party.
3 words. War on Christmas.
So at first they're talking about religious freedom, then they start talking about the Illuminati, then GMOs and pesticides.
GMOs and pesticides. You know there's a huge honeybee shortage, right? Exactly. Colony collapse disorder. But I mean, that's obvious. Look, man, I saw it on Fox News, so you know it's true.
Oh my God.
On one level, I appreciate that the actual war on Christmas guys are just insane. Like, they're QAnon idiots.
Oh no, 100%. But why do they gotta make it the minorities?
Yeah, like...
I have a lot of Hispanic friends. We've never mentioned the Illuminati once.
Not yet.
I guess I'm doing it wrong.
So you know what we gotta do, right? What?
Kill all the white people.
The only thing we can do.
They sound like they're the villains.
They got plans. Jared, let me save you the effort. They don't ever come back to them.
Really?
They don't do a goddamn thing.
They come back in the sequel?
They act like they're preparing like a bank heist. Or like...
They really do.
We're about to rob all these white people.
That would be an awesome movie.
Now that would be a good twist. Like, what if these dudes were just... they act like Christians, then they just rob the place?
That would be hilarious.
They pull a Die Hard.
That'd be amazing. While these two plots are going on in the background, this really big Scrooge who looks like he's actually about to shoot up the place, and then we actually have these robbers. I mean, it'd be awesome if he's the one who ends up saving it. He's like, I had a gun in my pocket the entire time. Wait, why'd you have a gun in your pocket? For myself.
I like to think they pull a Die Hard at a Christmas party. Why not? It's the perfect cover. Alright, so, moving on.
Santa. That's... obliterated Jesus!
You better watch out. You better not pout. You better not cry. I'm telling you what. Santa Claus is coming to town.
What's the next
He
line,
knows
sir?
when you are sleeping.
I get Kirk's point, like, dude, can you just lighten up and have a good time at the party? But can he actually answer some of the questions he's asking?
Yeah, I get your point and all your emotions. I'm listening to it. But they're all wrong.
So they got a story about Santa.
Go away.
Santa looking like the Grim Reaper. Yay, the painted window.
I kind of like this because it's like someone was talking shit about Jesus, and, you know, Santa, yeah, he's like, I ain't gonna take that shit, man. He's my friend.
Santa cracks his beard before walking in.
Smiting him on the cheek.
Oh shit.
He goes crazy. He starts beating his ass up. Help! Help!
In fact, he was even sainted. That's why we call him Saint Nicholas. Those were difficult and desperate times, and it was not the time for this pastor to go soft on truth or stay quiet for the sake of being politically correct.
What?
Oh, brother. Politically correct. You just had to slip that in there.
And it was not the time for this pastor to go soft on truth or stay quiet for the sake of being politically correct.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Also, he got sainted and became known throughout the world because he beat up one dude's ass.
And that legend became larger than life and reached mythic proportions.
Yeah, he was talking shit about his homeboy.
Man, you heard? He fucked Arius up. It was a different time back then. It was a different time. There were a lot less people around then.
Yeah, there was less people, but there was still these things, I don't know, what's the word called? Continents.
In Sweden, he was Tomten. In Norway, he was Yule Nissen. In the Netherlands, he was Sinterklaas.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Sinterklaas gotta go hard.
Whatever he said, whether it made sense or not, hey, it meant something to old Christian over here, clearly.
This man's hugging the steering wheel of the thought. Okay, small question. Why does he believe in this man?
Santa is the man.
Now let's go bless some kids and go across town and beat up heretics.
You just need to see it with new eyes.
Baked.
I missed it.
Clearly. We have two.
Oh, dude, I'm that guy in the story.
Narcissism.
Don't sing.
Now see Christmas.
Kirk thought he was speaking so much good knowledge that he can't leave Christian alone. He's completely open to the power of suggestion at this point.
What did he give him? This man could have sold him the moon.
Is my daddy gonna be okay? Kirk, what did you do to him? His sister was probably like, oh, not again. I just got out of rehab.
You know, that explains a lot of why he's so down.
Right?
Look at the presents around your tree. When you see them from this perspective, see how they look like a city skyline. Imagine the New Jerusalem, a heavenly city.
Like, I wonder, Kirk, are you getting a kickback from Walmart? I only have one present under my tree. I have a slum.
And what's at the center of it? The tree of life, made available by the conquering blood of Jesus to all who believe.
Kirk Cameron drugged this fool.
Oh, 100%.
Get your ass off that floor. Completely open to the power of suggestion.
I'm sorry, there's no talk you can give to a grown-ass man to make him want to slide on the floor without anything drug-related involved.
This is all about commercialism at the end of the day. Like, right? Presents, they're good. Jesus wants you to buy stuff, right? But this is why commercialism is good, because they have money. Because they're rich. Like, when you're not the guy who didn't get his bonus, or didn't get a raise this year, or doesn't have a job when you have to degrade yourself to dress up as Santa Claus at the Christmas party, and tons of food and money that you can afford to have a huge party like this, sure, Christmas is awesome.
This is doing what God does. He has always been giving gifts to his children at the base of trees.
Hear that, parents? If you give gifts to your kids, you're God.
Those parents that can't afford gifts. Or the devil, I guess.
I guess so.
We need to infuse old symbols with new meaning.
New? You mean you admitted you just made all this shit up?
This is him talking to his therapist.
Of how a baby was spared in his infancy to become the warrior that ensured that death finally was killed.
That's not how it works. Man just started speaking out of his ass again.
He doesn't stop. He doesn't know when to quit.
It's time to make it right.
Walks in, lays some pipe down his wife.
Over the counter.
What are you doing bringing that over here? No. Help! Help!
And this Christmas, I want to give you something I've been wanting to give you for a long time.
What do you got in mind, Big Papa?
She said what?
I mean, if you were writing this story right now, what would you want to have happen?
Kirk, we're the wrong people to ask if you want to ask
We
this.
kind of gave you 5 endings for your movie already.
Whatever cliche or like weird, horrible sex thing you're thinking about, it's way worse what happens next. Like, just imagine whatever you're thinking of and multiply it by 1,000.
I wasn't thinking of that, but would you call him Big Papa?
I went ahead and just organized a hip-hop dance crew that encompasses all the joy and gospel burst and excitement that I alone as one man just cannot express.
Wait,
No, really.
excuse me? Wait, what did he just say?
Yes, Jared, it's as horrible as it sounds. Christian, you said you weren't going to do this again. You heard it right. He orchestrated a hip-hop dance party in the middle of this Christmas thing. Stop! Stop! It's endless. Look at the kids in the right. They're like, are we done? Okay.
Some of these kids just look so dead inside. It just literally says like, ooh, I like this dance move. Ooh, I do too. But can we add one of these? And then they all said, yeah.
I don't mind whole movies including a dance party in the middle of their movie somewhere. If you're going to spend 4.5 minutes on it, don't just include things like, oh, I'm doing the sprinkler.
Oh, did you not see the Gangnam Style guy?
All right, so I guess the movie's over now. No, Darren, we still got to watch them eat first.
We get to watch these people eat.
It'd be different if you've gone through this whole movie and you've had a chance to get to know or maybe fall in love with some of these characters. No, you're just watching random people eat.
I like how they only show the adults table. Like the kids are just gone.
Well, I guess that's it, people. No! There's still more movie!
Wait, what?
Start beatboxing.
Mother Nature, Father Nature, your father hates you. Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. What did I do?
We can't have them without rapping.
Get off the stage!
Get off the...
Boo, you stink!
Boo! You stink!
Time.
Are you bored or you need a good laugh? Well, don't worry. Kirk Cameron's here to save the day. Saving Christmas.
What part of this was funny?
It is funny seeing Kirk spin that bullshit, though.
This man was able to lie to this poor, depressed soul who has been tricked to think he's happy.
It is funny, I'm telling you, seeing Kirk trying to spin that bullshit, trying to connect Christmas and commercialism to Jesus, and failing constantly. But then looking at you at the end of the speech going, huh? Yeah? Didn't you learn something out of that? I mean, if you don't get that, that's on you.
Yeah.
It's a terrible film. But if you watch it as somebody's home movie, it does start to make a lot more sense.
He looks like he wanted to actually hurt every single person.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't have it where you just hear, like, music in the background. Like, this man actually was about to become a serial killer if this man did not lie to him.
Yeah,
Scrooge, he gets visited by three ghosts and learns, like, the versions of Christmas past, present, and future when he's dead.
Yeah.
And it's dark, but it's a pretty good message. This man just lies to this guy.
And I laugh my ass off. I love how unintentionally funny it all is. Like, even when Kirk is trying to be funny, it just comes across like weird, genuinely weird.
I couldn't tell he was trying to be funny. I just thought this man was off his rockers.
Now there's stories of Kirk coming into schools and libraries to read his new children's book. And it's a book that puts the emphasis on the traditional family.
Oh, great.
So he's going to all these libraries saying, like, hey, Kirk Cameron here. I just want to come and read my new children's book to you guys. None of that homo shit in here. He's doing this in response to drag queens, who all they're doing is just reading stories to kids, and they're talking about their own backgrounds and stuff. But people like Kirk think that somehow they're trying to convert kids.
I'm sorry, but drag queens, no matter your opinion, they're not gonna force anything upon you. They just exist.
He's trying to instill fear over these things that are really just harmless. Personally, I don't want my kids alone around Kirk Cameron.
Me neither.
I feel uncomfortable around that. We just saw this movie. He's weird. He's weird.
I do not need him telling lies to my kids, and you shouldn't either.
Eating food or drinking cocoa that isn't there? That's what a crazy person does.
This cup is filled with lies.